Nobody clapped for him. Nobody reposted his wins. They called him quiet, average, replaceable. But there was one night, one moment, when the entire room went silent because the only person who could save them was the guy they never noticed. And what he did next changed the way they looked at effort forever. His name was Ethan Cole, mid-level operations analyst. Not a genius, not flashy, the kind of person your eyes slide past in a hallway. He arrived early, not to impress anyone, but because he liked the building when it was still quiet. No noise, no opinions, just work. There are two kinds of pain, the pain you choose and the pain that chooses you. Ethan chose his. At Northbridge Logistics, attention was currency. If you spoke loud enough in meetings, people assumed you were valuable. If you posted your wins in the team chat, you got remembered. Ethan didn't do that. Maya, a co-worker, approaches Ethan's desk. She is friendly but blunt. "Ethan, you gotta start showing your work. You're like a ghost." Ethan looks up from his screen, calm. "I'm not a ghost. I'm just busy." Maya shrugs. Busy doesn't get promoted. He heard that sentence like a warning, but he didn't change who he was. He just worked deeper. In meetings, Ethan would slide solutions across the table like passing water to someone thirsty, quietly. And Derek Lawson, the department golden boy, would pick it up and present it with a confident smile. Derek speaks, upbeat. "What if we restructure the routing logic and reduce delays by 18%? Karen, the manager, is impressed. Now that's leadership thinking, Derek. Ethan didn't correct them, not because he was weak, because he believed something most people forget. The truth doesn't need a microphone. It just needs time. At home, Ethan's apartment was small and clean. Not minimalist for aesthetics. Minimalist because he didn't have extra money. His father's medical bills didn't care about office politics. His rent didn't care about visibility. He'd sit at his kitchen table, laptop open, shoulders tight, eyes tired, and still he studied. Routing systems, risk modeling, failure points. What breaks first when everything goes wrong? Ethan whispers to himself. Not if, when. He wasn't preparing to look impressive. He was preparing to survive. 2 weeks later, Karen called him into her office. Karen, professional and distant. "Ethan, you're solid, reliable, but you don't stand out." Ethan, controlled. "I'm hitting every KPI." Karen, "I know, but we're building a leadership pipeline, and leadership is presence." Ethan, "So my work is good, but my existence isn't loud enough." Karen didn't answer. She didn't have to. Some sentences don't insult you. They rename you. And if you accept that name, you start living like it's true. That night, Ethan sat in his car and didn't turn the key for 10 full minutes. He could have quit, could have become bitter, could have started doing what everyone else did, performing effort instead of building skill. But Ethan chose a different strategy. He opened a folder on his laptop titled, "When They Have TO." Inside, contingency workflows, backup routing plans, emergency vendor contacts, step-by-step, if this then that protocols, and one final document called Blackout. He wasn't chasing recognition. He was building inevitability. It happened on a Monday. A system outage hit their routing platform. Not a glitch, a collapse. Trucks stalled. Deliveries froze. Customer calls spiked like an alarm. Derek stood in the operations room, sweating confidence. Derek, sharp, trying to lead. "Okay, everyone calm down. IT will fix it." IT lead panicked. "It's not just us. The vendor's down. We don't have a timeline." Karen's face drained of color. "Karen, we're losing thousands per minute." And then Karen asked the question leaders hate asking. "Who here knows what to do right now?" Nobody answered. Not Derek. Not the loudest people. Not the ones who talked the most. Ethan raised his hand. Not dramatic. Just certain. "Ethan, calm. I can reroute manually. But we have to move in the next 5 minutes." Everyone turned like they'd forgotten he existed. Derek, skeptical, defensive. "You can't reroute a national network manually." Ethan, "I can't. But my plan can." He opened his laptop. Folder, "When They Have To." File, Blackout. Preparedness looks like luck to people who never prepare. Ethan's fingers moved like he'd rehearsed this 100 times. "Ethan, Maya, call vendor B. Tell them we're activating the emergency contract. Chris, pull the last stable routing map and export it, now. Karen, approve the bypass authorization. I need your signature." Karen, stunned. "Ethan, where did you get all this?" Ethan, eyes on screen. I built it. Quietly, Derek watched, powerless. For the first time, Derek wasn't the leader. He was noise. This is the part nobody tells you. Your unseen season isn't empty. It's loading. The room stabilized. Deliveries resumed. The crisis slowed. Then Ethan's phone buzzed. A hospital number. He stepped out into the hallway. Fluorescent lights, cold air, silence. Doctor, on phone, gentle. Mr. Cole, your father's condition changed. If you want to say anything, now's the time. Ethan's throat tightened. He looked through the glass wall at the room. Everyone's safe because of him, and realized nobody at work knew what he was carrying. Ethan, whisper, breaking, Dad, I'm still trying. I'm still trying to become someone you'd be proud of. The strongest people you know are often the ones nobody checks on. Ethan returned to the operations room. His eyes were steady again, but something in him had changed. Karen stepped forward. Karen, quiet, sincere. You saved us. Derek forced a laugh. Derek, yeah, team effort. Ethan didn't react. He didn't need to. Karen turned to the room. Karen, clear. This wasn't a team effort. This was Ethan. Ethan built the contingency plan. Ethan executed it. And from today forward, Ethan leads our resilience program. The room went silent. Not awkward silence. Respect. Recognition is loud, but the price of earning it is usually paid in silence. Later that night, Ethan sat alone again. Same kitchen table, same laptop, but different air in his lungs. Maya texted him. Maya, text on screen. I'm proud of you, but I'm sorry we didn't see you sooner. Ethan stared at the message for a long time. Then he typed back, Ethan, text. It's okay. Most people don't notice foundations. They only notice when the building doesn't fall. He closed the laptop, looked at the quiet room, and for the first time in a long time, he didn't feel invisible. If you're watching this and you feel overlooked, if your effort feels like it disappears the moment it leaves your hands, listen to me. Your work is not wasted. Your discipline is not pointless. Your unseen season is not punishment. It's preparation. Here's the elite strategy no one teaches you. Don't demand to be seen. Become necessary. Don't argue for your value. Build leverage. Don't compete in the arena of attention, because attention is unstable. Compete in the arena of skill, consistency, and readiness, because when pressure hits, that arena chooses the winners. And one day, not because you begged, but because reality forced the truth, they will have to say your name. Maybe you're Ethan right now, doing the work, eating the silence, carrying weight nobody claps for, watching louder people get the credit, while you keep showing up anyway. If that's you, I want you to remember this. The world doesn't reward potential. It rewards proof. And proof is built in private. So keep going. Not because they're watching, but because one day they won't have a choice. If this story felt like your life, hit like so it finds someone who needs it. And if you're building in an unseen season, subscribe. Because on this channel, we don't chase motivation. We build discipline until the world has to notice.